Tesla lays off 14,000 employees.
You are done.
That's right, 14,000 employees. Guys, listen, I told you this type of stuff was gonna happen, and we're starting to see it. Companies are pulling back. They're laying off tons of employees, guys. And Tesla is saying it was something that must be done. But why is that? Why is it that these companies are saying that it must be done? We're gonna talk about it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel, guys. And make sure you check in the description and the pinned comment. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. And if you sign up today, you will get a step-by-step guide of how to claim your NAR settlement payment claim. Guys, you can't beat it. It's free. You cannot beat free. Guys, let's jump into this. This is ridiculous. Tesla lays off 10% of its global workforce. Reports say it must be done. Listen, guys, I keep telling you this, and I have said it over and over and over again, and I won't quit saying it. These companies aren't loyal. If you think that you worked at Tesla and your job was solid, you've been working there for 20 years, you've given the company so much of your blood, sweat, and tears, and you thought to yourself,
Tesla will never lay me off.
What will a company do before it does anything? Before it does research on a new product? Before it does anything? What is the number one thing that they will do? They will lay off people.
Oh, man. I am so fired.
That right there is the money-saving grab that they will go for first. To prepare for Tesla's next phase, the tech giant has decided to lay off 10% of its global workforce, according to multiple reports that cite a memo sent to employees by CEO Elon Musk.
Orlando, where are you getting this 14,000 number?
Well, Tesla has 140,000 employees. Their 10% cut, that's 14,000 right there. And as you see here, right underneath it, it says, in memo obtained, CEO Elon Musk announced that at least 14,000 roles will be cut. This is something that I know was rumbling in the company. And this just isn't a Tesla video. Tesla is the subject we're talking about, but this could be Apple. This could be UPS, as it already has been. Any company will lay off people, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. We're going in a downturn motion. The economy isn't doing well. These companies know it. These companies understand how this works, and you have to understand that this won't be the first and it won't be the last. It's actually gonna get worse before it gets better. Over the years, we have grown rapidly with multiple factories scaling around the globe. I did a video the other day where I was talking about Austin and how they just built a factory there. They built a factory in Austin and now they're pulling back. They just got there 2 years ago, guys, and they're already pulling back. Not only that, Oracle is leaving that area to begin with. They're moving their headquarters from Austin to Nashville. So we're starting to see this all happen. This is starting to all unravel. What did Tesla say was the reason why they were laying people off? Oh, they didn't say because the economy was going bad. Oh, no. This is what they said. With this rapid growth, there has been duplication of roles and job functions in the area. And as we prepare for the company for our next phase of growth, it is extremely important to look at every aspect of the company for cost reduction and increasing productivity. Let me repeat that portion again. And look at every aspect of the company for cost reduction and increasing productivity. Well, the cost reduction is firing everybody or laying off individuals. And then the productivity portion is,
Hey, if you don't do your job, you're gonna be like all the rest of those people. So you better do your job better than you were doing it before. You better work more hours than you were before.
you're gonna have to take over all of these people's roles. We're gonna condense all of these roles. Some people are gonna have 2 to 3 roles added to their job, and all in the name of productivity, all in the name of, hey, we're cutting costs. We need you to jump to the front line and be that company man or woman. And if that includes working more than that 40 hours a week, that's what you gotta do.
Make work your favorite. That's your favorite, okay?
Okay.
Work is your new favorite.
Fine.
That is what Tesla wants people to do and their employees to do it. Now, does this come with more pay? No.
What?
Does this come with more benefits? No.
What the f is wrong with this guy? Am I kidding me or what?
What does this get you? Oh, you get to keep your job. You You don't get any other extra benefit for having 2 extra roles added to your current job, but you don't get any extra pay or anything associated. All you get to do is say you have a job.
Nice. Nice, guys. High five, Dad.
Now watch, I promise you, we're gonna see all of these stories come out. We're gonna see all these individuals who are getting worked tooth and nail. They're getting worked so hard that they're like, this is ridiculous. Musk and Tesla made the difficult decision to reduce its global workforce by 10% after conducting a thorough review of the organization. There is nothing I hate more, but it must be done, Musk said in a memo. This will enable us to be lean, innovative, and hungry for the next growth phase cycle. It is very difficult to say goodbye. Is it? Is it really difficult to say goodbye? I mean, you know he hates remote workers. So he got rid of those guys first. And I told you guys that was going to happen. He got rid of remote workers so fast. He said, no way. If you don't come back into the office, you're gone. So remote workers are gone.
I kind of think that the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, let them eat cake.
And then now he's cutting even more. But here's the thing that Tesla won't say. Tesla won't say,
Hey guys, listen, the economy is getting tough. Do you know how much interest rates are for us to borrow money to pay payroll or to do any other thing that we need to do to scale our business? Oh, by the way, people aren't buying cars like they were. Matter of fact, we had to cut our prices on our cars just so that we can be competitive. And oh, by the way, we were really selling technology, but in reality, we're just a car maker.
And all of that has caught up with us. He's not saying that when you look at the big scale of things, people aren't buying and aren't willing and don't have enough money to pay for these expensive cars. Trust me, guys. Trust me when I say this. Listen to me. These companies aren't cutting prices because they don't like money.
Well, duh.
I can promise you that. They're cutting prices because people aren't buying. People don't have enough money to buy an expensive car. Tesla, I don't care what anybody says, is expensive. Remember when I did a video months and months, maybe even 6-7 months ago, when I told you guys that Tesla was offering 7-year financing on their cars?
I beg your pardon?
7-year financing. What does that tell you? What does that tell you when Tesla themselves, an arm of Tesla, is saying, we will give you guys a 7-year note?
Deal or no deal?
Then on top of that, Elon Musk came back and said, I might do 10. 10 years? 10 years?
That don't make no sense.
You buy a Tesla and you're still paying on it after your kid graduates high school? Come on, man.
Awkward. So awkward.
That's ridiculous. I would never tell someone to do that. But that's the age we're in right now, guys. Look, I don't know if anybody's an employee of Tesla, but put in the comment section here, or anyone who is currently working a job right now, where you're hearing rumblings of things getting tougher and tougher and tougher. You guys hear about this stuff before it even hits the media. You guys kind of know exactly where the company is going and kind of feel some shaking and rumbling going around. You're hearing your manager say, hey, we're going to get rid of Judy. We're not hiring. There's a pause on hiring. When you hear words like that, there's a hiring freeze. When people say stuff like that, you're like, oh boy, what's going on? You should be, because those are the things that will give you hints and ideas to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to these layoffs. Because I promise you guys, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I just kind of told you my opinion of why I think they're laying people off. But here, it shows here. Why is Tesla laying off employees? Tesla recently shared its quarterly delivery report with investors, which included the company significantly missing delivery estimates and having a rare year-over-year reduction in sales. Is it rare? I mean, it may be rare in the last 2 years when everything was going great, but is it rare in a down economy, an economy that's going in the downward direction? Inflation through the roof? Is that really rare? Tesla did not acknowledge a decline in volume, partially due to the early phase of its production ramp and an update in Model 3, cutting costs on those cars too, dropping the price. And this is the reason why this stuff is important, because if you're trying to buy a home right now and you're an employee of Tesla, you're on shaky ground. You don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe you work for another company that's on shaky ground and you're listening to stuff like this and you see the economy and the way things are going and you're thinking, I'm on the fence of buying a home. Should I buy a home right now when I don't know if I'm gonna have a job? Should I buy a home right now if there's a possibility, a high possibility that I'm gonna get laid off? And how do you understand and know the nuances if you're gonna get laid off? Well, here's the thing. Like I said earlier in this video, you hear what's going on through the grapevine at your job. You work there. So if you are seeing these signs of companies saying XYZ, you're hearing John and Darrell got laid off because of, for whatever XYZ reason, you're starting to see a lot of people turning in and out of your job. You have to understand and know, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And I don't want anyone to get caught in a scenario where they buy a brand new home or a home that is $500,000 and now you're laid off. How are you gonna make those mortgage payments on a house if you overpaid for it, or just the house in general, on the mortgage in general? How are you gonna do that? The only way you can do that is to get another job. But we all know that there's some lapse in there. You get laid off, and then there's that space in between where you're trying to find another job. In between there, can you make the payments? Or you may get another job that pays less. And that's the thing. Pays less. A lot of these jobs, especially Tesla jobs, individuals were bragging about how much they were getting paid. But if you got laid off, can you find another job that will pay you the same amount of money or more? Can you do that? And remember, you were underwritten by the lender of that home that you're in right now, based on that salary. So yet, I know some people will look at this video, oh, Orlando, it's just a doom and gloom video. And it's not. It's really not. This is actual things that are happening in the world. If someone's trying to shy you away from understanding and knowing what's actually happening in the real world, things that can affect you, things that can put you in a situation to where you could lose, then you don't need to talk to that person because they're living in another universe. I am talking about things that are actually happening. And this video is meant to just tell you to be cautious, guys, to be cautious, to understanding where you are in your financial journey, no matter if it's understanding if your job is going to lay you off, understanding that, oh, if a job does lay me off, then I'm ready for that. Like, all of these things are important. All of these things are important. And for someone to tell you that they're not important, they're crazy. It is important. And as always, I hope you got value out of this video, but let me go ahead and throw a plug in here real quick. If you need any financing, guys, commercial investment, real estate financing, investment properties, refis, purchases, cash out, I'm your guy. Give me a call. You will deal directly with me. I've been a lender for, 15, 20 years. Guys, listen. Call me for your financing needs when it comes to investment properties. The information is in the description. Click it, fill out the form. We'll go from there. And you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property. And I promise you, all of the information that you will get from that video, it will be gold. I will see you on the next one. Thanks.